Hello, YouTube. Hello, TikTok as well. We've got a different background. I'm on my balcony. The sun is setting. So, this is going to be like a quick live, but just something that popped to mind after the day. And I was like, I'll do it on the balcony. It's so nice as the sun is setting. And I've had a day at the beach and went in the spa and also in the sauna. So, fresh hair is washed, slicked back, so I can do this live as I'm committing to 30 days live here on YouTube and TikTok. But I want to speak about how to create ease in your life. And this really just came to me after the day that I had. I feel that a lot of the time we live between expansiveness and constriction. And I think most of the time, most of us are living in this constricted way of being, this constricted way of living, where it's like everything feels tight, everything feels hard, everything feels dysregulated. Where can you find more expansion in your life? Where can you find, and that's where the ease really flows into. A lot of people want this life of ease, but I want you to actually think, like, what does that mean to me to have a life of ease? Hello, everyone coming live on YouTube, everyone over on TikTok. And so when I look at the scale in my third phase in my mastermind, my mastery mastermind, which is woman mastery, my third phase is regulating to a new capacity. So phase 1 is subconscious reprogramming. Phase 2 is shifting your identity. And phase 3 is all about regulating to a new capacity, your nervous system. It's not just about feeling like getting into safety mode and like out of fight and flight and like feeling peaceful and doing a bit of breath work. It's not just about that. This phase is really about how can I create spaciousness? How can I create expansion in my body and create a new capacity to receive more, to be more? A lot of people actually operate from constriction, restriction with the nervous system, so they can do all of the reprogramming with their subconscious mind. They can do all of the self-concept. They listen to the subliminals, like do the mirror work, and maybe you're doing this, listen to 100 podcasts a week, reading all of the books, doing the journaling practices. But the thing that they should have put my AirPods in for this. You can hear all the sounds. But the thing that they miss out on is actually the regulating to a new capacity. And this is why a lot of people, either they feel like they're grinding, like a lot of the high achieving women that come and work with me, and my work is really centered about like integrating these concepts so you can become a leader of your life, so you can master yourself as a woman. But a lot of the women that come to me tell me, like, I'm doing the things. Like, they're not new to this work. They're not new to diving into personal development and the inner work and having the modalities to put together to create a routine and a ritual. But the thing that they are missing is, how can I actually regulate myself to this new capacity, to this new identity, to this reprogramming of my belief system? And going back to what I said at the start of this, like, how do I create a life of ease? Well, it's choosing the expansiveness over the constriction. And it's like, yeah, well, that's easier said than done in this life. And like, look at my life. Well, find their expansiveness, find the spaciousness. And why this was so inspired about my day today, like I said, I had a day, like a sun kiss from the beach, spent the day at the beach. Then I went into the spa on the rooftop, and then I went into the sauna. And it's just like expansiveness. It's spaciousness. It expands me. It creates capacity to also download new ideas, to be able to integrate the things that I have been learning, the reprogramming, the identity shifting. I'm giving my body the space. A lot of people think they just do a breath work and then it changes their life. No, it's like, how are you creating the space and the expansion in your body physically to create, like internally, to create it externally? Because if you're constantly feeling constricted and restricted like this, like closed off, then how can you bring in anything new? So many people want like a new job, or they want 10 more clients, or they want $20,000 a month in their business, or a new relationship, or even the women that I work with that are wanting to attract a new relationship. When they first come, it's like you look at the way that they operate in life and it's all restriction, it's constriction. It doesn't just mean with relationships, but it's like everything overall. And so the question that I want you to start to ask yourself when it comes to creating more ease in your life is, am I operating from a place of expansiveness, spaciousness, or am I constantly reacting with restriction and constriction, and I'm staying there and everything feels hard, everything feels icky? I had recently a download, an intuitive universal download like 2 weeks ago. And I kept thinking about it. I was like, this feels really good. Yesterday, I spent 4 hours working on it. And it's like saying to my partner, it's a time where I got so lost in something that inspires me and it created so much expansiveness. But that can only happen if I'm operating. Abundance flows through abundance. Constriction flows through constriction. So if you feel like you're doing all of the work, you feel like maybe you even hired someone and it's like you're not seeing results or it feels so hard, it's probably because you are operating from this place of constriction. I think tomorrow, when I've got a second podcast to record this week to end off the week. So my podcast is the Jessica Pinili podcast here on YouTube. All of the video versions are on YouTube. If you're on my TikTok, my Instagram, link in bio, Spotify, the Jessica Pinili podcast. But I think I might expand on this, or if it's not tomorrow, it will be in the next couple of weeks, because so many people want this flow of abundance. Remember, abundance isn't just money. Abundance is relationships, it's wealth, it's creation, it's feeling, it's receiving. But they just operate from this place of constriction. Everything hard, everything's a grind, everything needs to feel chaotic. You're never going to regulate to a brand new capacity. You're never going to bring new things into your life if that's how you're always operating. And so I just wanted to give this little download after my day. And it doesn't mean that you just need to go spend a day at the beach and like maybe water and the beach is what you need, but it doesn't mean that. It just means like a look at your day to day. And if you feel like things aren't sticking or it feels like a grind, you're probably just operating like closed off. One thing I've said for the longest time on the podcast is, how can you expand your comfort zone? The age-old saying is, how can you step out of your comfort zone? I don't believe that. I feel that here, this is your comfort zone and you need to expand. Everything that's like around here is what you're bringing into it. And so I think it's really important to understand like the expansion piece and to touch on that, and like how to create the ease in your life comes from that, rather than like, if this is your nervous system and you want to expand it, which basically is your comfort zone. Hello, my love. I love you so much. And this is your comfort zone. Like, your nervous system is your comfort zone. That's exactly what it is. So many people, like, again, I'll feed this into the podcast that I want to record, but you don't want to step out of it. You want to teach your nervous system how to expand, how to bring more into your life. It's why sometimes you can also make a change. It can happen on the opposite way, where it may feel like change is happening, and then all of a sudden 3 months down the road, you feel like you witness yourself and you're in these self-sabotaging patterns. You're self-sabotaging, you're going in these cycles, and it's like, well, I've done all the work. Why do I keep self-sabotaging? Why do I keep repeating the same cycles, attracting the same type of relationships, not just romantic but platonic as well? Why do I keep like making money, but then like my I need to replace my car tires, or like I have this unexpected dental bill? That is because you're operating from a place of constriction and you're not finding the expansiveness in your body. But hello, my love. All my loves are coming on my lives. But I'm going to leave it there. I think like I just wanted to download this onto YouTube for my daily life. And I think that I'm going to definitely expand on this in a podcast episode, because I could probably, and there's certain frameworks that I share with my masterminders, which, by the way, all the details for my mastermind are in the show notes below. TikTok, you're my idol. TikTok in the link in bio. And we are open for the Q2 waitlist as well. So you can go find out dates there, or message me, like slide into my DMs on Instagram. But stay tuned, because I am going to do a longer podcast episode on this that will either come out tomorrow or next week sometime. So stay tuned for that. Thank you, everyone live on YouTube. Thank you for the comments and the likes. Appreciate you guys. I will see you tomorrow.